Is that the coolest thing you guys have ever seen? I love that. I do not have the credentials to wear that badge.
I'm not qualified for one either.
And all right, we're having a meet the team coffee chat with our IT department, Adam and Sean. Do I have you both in camera?
You do. Yep. Now.
All right, guys. Well, this is going out to the sales team, as I told you, and we're just trying to get to know who we interact with, and our crazy sales team probably drives you guys nuts at sometimes. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and introduce you guys. And why don't we start off with Adam? Maybe tell us a brief background. Totally,
Yeah,
I want you to start with that.
I used to work for Geek Squad. I drove the bug around to went to people's houses, and it was a pretty weird part of my career. I did it for about 8 months. It was awesome. But now I do a lot more not Geek Squad.
You're more serious?
Yeah, a little more serious.
All right. I love the experience. Sean, tell us about your background.
I've been working in IT support for about 7 years, just doing general support. Last place I worked was an audiobook company out in Cleveland, Ohio. And I've been here for about 8 months.
Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, so maybe Adam, tell us where do you see the IT going with Hometown, and maybe what's like the number one challenge that you guys are faced with right now, and where do you see this thing going?
I think Sean would agree. Our biggest challenge is right now is finding out what our issues are. The things that we've inherited by taking the job. Sean and I both started kind of close to each other in the summer, and we kind of came into some things that are not ideal. So we're trying to untangle all of that and then retangle it in a better way.
Right.
But going forward, we have all of our projects for 2018 already figured out.
Cool.
And one of the highlight kind of centerpiece project is a VDI environment, which is going to let us have your computer accessible from any device in the world at any time.
Awesome.
And it's always the same desktop no matter where you go. So right now we're kind of laying the groundwork for that, and we're planning on maybe rolling that out in the fall. And
cool.
After that happens, everyone's lives will hopefully be a heck of a lot easier.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So now, where do you guys fit in? How do you, Sean? What are you primarily responsible for? And then Adam, maybe just real brief.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we do a good job just kind of divvying things up. It's just kind of an according to need sort of thing. So, I definitely do the kind of frontline day-to-day troubleshooting. I take most of the first calls and tickets that we get and things like that. I'm definitely trying to be as involved as I can with getting things set up for Australia. And a lot of the projects that Adam just mentioned coming down the line too. So yeah.
All right. And then Adam, you're more global.
Yeah. I'm more of I'm coming on board. I actually kind of interviewed on some of the things that I thought we should do here.
Right.
And they seem to be pretty warmly accepted. So making all the back-end project decisions and trying to figure out what we can, what we can't do, and spending money appropriately, and helping out Sean at any time that I can, and trying to cover all the day-to-day things, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge keeping up with day-to-day and doing project, but like Sean said, we divvy it up pretty well and try to help each other out whenever we can.
Awesome. So if one of our salespeople has all of a sudden their computer goes on the fritz, what's the best way to get that fixed? And this is for either one of you guys, whatever.
If it's non-urgent, put in a ticket.
What's something non-urgent? Give me an example of like what's not urgent.
I don't know. I guess generally, say if you need access to something that you're going to work on in a day or two or further down the line.
Okay. A day or two, something that. All right. So.
Yeah. So if your computer's not starting up, if you're really in a pickle, definitely call us.
All right, so you guys take calls.
Yep.
That's legit.
Yes.
But ideally, if it's a non-urgent, and I'll just leave it up to your good judgment, the ticket. And when you mean ticket, it's going to the gateway and filling out an IT request, or
Yeah, that's right.
okay, so going to the gateway.
Or you can email itdepartment@hometownamerica.com.
IT department.
It's in the mailbox or in the mail list in
The mail
Outlook.
list.
Yep.
So they can do quick find, and it'll pop up.
Yep. And then that'll automatically create a ticket for us, and the both of us will see it. We like to have people call the main number, which is the 7600 number,
Okay.
312-604-7600. It rings both Sean and I.
Yep.
We like to have people put tickets in through the portal, email that address, and not just one of us, not call just one of us, because then the issue has half the visibility between the
gotcha.
two of us. So
We may not be here.
yeah, for example, I'll be out
okay.
tomorrow.
Yep.
If someone calls me, they're gonna be kind of up a creek until they figure out that I'm not here and
Yeah.
Sean's here. So
So probably. So what's that email address again? It's IT.
itdepartment@hometownamerica.net.
Beautiful, and that goes to both you guys.
Correct.
Great. And then of course the support tickets on the gateway or the portal, in other words, also goes to both of you.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay, great. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, well, cool. So tell us, Adam, real briefly about the voice override IP that you're coming out with.
Oh
nationally.
yeah. So this is one of the phones that you're going to be getting. Everybody in the company is going to be getting one of these nice touchscreen Polycom phones. We've already rolled out to corporate here in about 20 communities. We actually have 3 communities rolling out today for it. And we hope that by the end of March, I would say, that will be completely rolled out company-wide. It allows us to be all connected, even though we're all in different offices around the country. We can all 4-digit dial each other across the country, anybody in the company. We'll eventually have a company directory that you can search by people, first name, last name, be able to get it to anybody in the company. But one of the nicest things is that, like you and I discussed, is when somebody calls the main sales number, we can have that disseminate and flow into certain people in the company at a particular community or office. It goes to this salesperson if at this time, this person at this time, or whatever we want, and it gives us a lot more control over how calls flow. So
Love it.
yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so
we
awesome.
went over it in detail, and it opened up quite a bit of possibilities.
Yeah,
Right? So
sweet. All right. So any tips for the team, or any words of wisdom before we?
Don't open attachments and weird-looking emails.
Ooh,
that's
a good one.
good one.
That
That's a
always
good
rings
one.
the
true.
best one. That's the best one.
All right. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, in all sincerity, you get some. If you're not expecting it, just don't open it. You can definitely ask us first too. People forward me stuff all the time already. So
So now, if we were going to forward, we would do that directly to you, Sean.
well, as always, that'd be a good example of a not urgent issue. So
Yeah.
just put in a ticket so it's on our radar.
Okay.
And just avoid it until we say anything to you. But
Yep.
yeah, if it's something you're not expecting, or if it's from a weird address,
Yeah.
no need.
And we
to
get them. We get
Yep.
get attacked every day.
Yeah,
don't we?
it's
pretty
definitely
scary.
a daily thing, and your junk email box isn't always going to catch it.
Right.
So,
So what's the difference between the junk email and the clutter? Some people have both junk and clutter. Is there a?
I don't have clutter, and I've seen it on others' PCs, and I have not figured out what I'm doing or what they're doing that we don't have that. I think
Ooh,
it
it's
might
a
be
mystery.
That's a-
version issue.
that's a great question. Clutter is specifically a Microsoft thing.
Okay.
You don't have like clutter in Gmail or something like that.
Okay.
So that's actually a great question, because that's something that we should. I would prefer to just get rid of to reduce that confusion. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it should just be kind of
Just one it's
junk email.
It's either it's in my inbox because it's legit,
Yeah.
or it's in my junk
Yeah.
mail because it's been pre-screened as potentially
Yep.
either total junk or hazardous.
Yep.
So the biggest thing is with the potential viruses, if it has an attachment
Yep.
or a
and you-
link.
or a link,
Or a link.
and you're not expecting it, or it's unfamiliar, you guys have no problem with us just holding off, don't open it,
Yeah.
and then complete an IT support ticket on the gateway saying, hey, I've got a potential.
Or just
email.
forward it to IT department.
Oh yeah,
at
you could afford to.
hometown.net. Yep, and then
Perfect.
it'll create a ticket and we'll
Yeah.
see it. Yep.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, well, how about you, Adam? Any like frustrations or tips or anything to improve
My
the system?
favorite tip is one word, and that is reboot.
Okay.
And I know that everybody in the world thinks that IT is just filling everybody full of crap when they say reboot, but it is legitimately something that we do when we troubleshoot machines or servers or things when people aren't around.
Yeah.
We're rebooting. That's what we
Sure.
do because it puts the computer back to kind of its default state, right, and fixes issues that a lot of the times we're stumped and we don't know what it is, and we're like, well, just reboot, maybe that'll fix it, you know, and that legitimately is a good solution. So my solution is, or my suggestion is, if you're not sure and you're having an issue, reboot, because chances are we're probably going to ask you if you've done that when you call us. So
Perfect. Beautiful. All right. Well, there you have it, gang. Sean and Adam, we appreciate everything you guys are doing. So awesome.
Happy
Keep
to
up.
be here.
Keep up
You
the
have
great
any
work.
help.
All right, guys. We'll catch you later. Thanks.